Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching Right to Be Heard Town Hall Season 2. This is our election special. Over the next 12 weeks, we'll be joined by some of the country's most important newsmakers, and we'll be giving the people of India their right to be heard, their opportunity to ask direct questions to those who matter. Joining us on the first edition of Season 2 is Union Minister Kapil Sibal. Welcome, sir. It's great to have you back on the Right to Be Heard Town Hall. We've got lots of people. They've been prepping really hard to ask you questions. So I'll start with this young gentleman here.
Hi, we've been condemning the Aam Aadmi Party a lot of late. Are we that scared that they might form the government at the central level?
Well, you know, I think that that the condemnation has come about because of the fact that they made some very tall promises before they went into the election. And it's very easy to make promises and to sell a dream to the people of this country or to the people living in Delhi. But when they suddenly realized that they were in government, they couldn't even fulfill one of the tall promises that they had made. And I think that's why people are now a bit disenchanted and have realized that this was a protester who is in government, and he's still a protester.
Sir, my question is, from the very emergence of Aam Aadmi Party, from the day the party has emerged, your party is criticizing the Aam Aadmi Party that they are less knowledgeable about governance and all. So how out of the blue, after the conclusion of Delhi elections, your party given unconditional support to Aam Aadmi Party?
I'll tell you why that was done. That was done for the simple reason that we knew for a fact that they had made certain promises to the people of Delhi. Now, if we felt if they could deliver on those promises, it would be the best thing for the resident of Delhi. If the state of Delhi were to provide electricity free or at half rates, which is what their manifesto promise was, 50% electricity supply to residents of Delhi. Then when they came to power, they talked about 200 units and 400 units. Then they said free water for the residents of Delhi. When they came to power, they talked about 660 liters of water. They said permanent jobs for 62,000 people. Not a step forward in that direction. 500 schools, where they're going to get the land from. So each of the promise that they had made that promise to actually entice people, to persuade people to vote for them, not realizing that if they ever came to power, they'd not be able to fulfill any of this.
Your cabinet colleague, Mr. Chidambaram, said the Congress should probably not have supported the Aam Aadmi Party government. Do you think it's a good idea for the Congress to actually prop up the Aam Aadmi Party by supporting them?
The decision was of the party, not of Mr. Chidambaram.
I know. What's your view on that?
The decision was of the party.
What's your personal view?
Don't ask me personal views here.
So your personal view could be different from that of the party?
No, but we do not air personal views like this.
Okay.
This is the decision of the party, and I have given you the rationale behind that decision. That if they can deliver on their promises, it is good for the residents of Delhi. And we must give them a chance to deliver on their promises. Now, if they don't deliver on their promises, then obviously people will criticize them.
Okay, let's take the next
question.
Sir,
my question was also on the same lines. Day in and day out, Mr. Kejriwal has been condemning the Congress. They have also criticized our Republic Day celebration. This is an insult to the nation. What is the compulsion for the Congress to keep? You have already answered it, but still I want it. Why don't they pull the flag? Such people should not be allowed to remain there.
Why do you continue supporting it?
I'll tell you the reason. The point is, if he says something with the Republic Day parade, that also reaches the people of this country. They realize that here is a man who doesn't even respect a tradition. Now, that all builds up public opinion. And we want that public opinion to be built up to know the reality of the Aam Aadmi Party.
So are you supporting
They are not Aam Aadmi at all. They are Khaas Aadmi.
How are they Khaas
Because
Aadmi?
I travel in a 3 lakh rupee car. He travels on a 16 lakh rupee car.
He has a Wagoner. It's called the
not he. I'm talking his ministers. His ministers travel in a 16 lakh rupee car. I don't have any security myself. Right? They talk about security. We've never tom-tommed about my house has no security. Anybody can enter my house. But nobody is asked. But he tom-toms about it. I don't talk about it. That's all.
Kapil, so why did the party elect Arvind Kejriwal and gang run away with the Aam Aadmi tag? It was your brand, but somebody else now owns it.
I don't think it's not a question of brands. You see, these are bubbles that happen in the history of the nation. Right?
Sir,
that bubble too will
recent utterances, we have reached the saturation point actually.
No, that's all right. I mean, when the Aam Janta will tell us that it is time to withdraw, We will also take the advice of the Aam Janta and decide.
So you'll do
when
an
to withdraw.
SMS poll of your own? SMS opinion poll of your own?
We will also get the opinion of the Aam Janta.
But what do you think about this whole process of direct democracy, reaching out to people, involving them in the decision-making process?
The point is कि जो बाहर बैठा होता है ना इंसान, जो सड़क पे होता है, उसको घर के हालात नहीं मालूम होते. जब वो घर में आ जाता है, फिर उसको पता चलता है कि बैंक में कितना बैलेंस है, क्या खर्च कर सकता है, क्या नहीं खर्च कर सकता. So basically, he knew nothing about administration, nothing about running government, right? And unfortunately, even in a small family, when the son wants to take over the business, the father says, get some experience first before I let you take over the business. He gives him 5-10 years to learn. But here you put Kejriwal on the seat without giving him any chance to learn.
It's the people of Delhi who did it.
It's all right.
Why do you think they did it?
They did it. They did it.
Yes.
I tell you, they did it because they are disenchanted. See what is happening.
With you?
They are disenchanted with politics. Let's be honest about it. They are disenchanted with politics. They are disenchanted with politicians thanks to you.
Thanks to us, or thanks to what you've been doing?
Thanks to you.
No, but how is it thanks to us? Thanks to what you've been doing?
No. You never project what is being done on the ground. The great stories of India, you never project. Every evening, we hear only about the horrible stories of India. Right? If you were to give a balanced picture to the people of this country as to what has really happened and how lives have improved in the last 10 years, maybe the public reaction would not have been this.
So you think corruption, lethargy, lack of governance has nothing to do with public disenchantment?
I did not say that. I said there are great stories in this country. There are terrible stories in this country. The task of the media is to tell both sides, the great stories and the terrible stories. But unfortunately, what we have seen, and I'm sure the audience will agree with me, we only hear of the negatives. We never hear of the positives.
Okay, that lady there.